Hey, how's it going? Shelomo Solson here, teenage motivational speaker, author of the teen mental health book, Never Fight Alone, and podcast host of Teenage Impact. And today's video, I'm going to talk about something very important, something we've all been dealing with, is staying positive during quarantine. So today's video, I'm going to show you how you can stay positive during the coronavirus time. But before I begin, if you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button because my channel, I'm hoping to inspire you to turn your greatest weakness and challenges into your greatest strength and gift I provide to people, just like how I turned 15 years of bullying for how I spoke, 7 years of speech therapy, to now a motivational speaker. So let's begin. Look, I know it's hard right now. It's tough for everyone. It's tough for people who are going to school. It's tough for people who are working. It's tough for business owners. It's tough for people who have been laid off. It's tough for parents. It's tough for kids. It's tough for everyone. And maybe you're watching this video because you're just driving yourself crazy, watching the news, wondering when this is all going to finish. Look, I get it. Right now, you planned out events for 2020, they've all been canceled. Maybe you're going into college, you're starting off your freshman year in college or your senior year in high school, still in quarantine or separated from everyone else or wearing a face mask. Maybe you are stuck at home and you don't come from a very good home environment, very toxic home environment. It's hard for everyone, and this negativity is killing us, especially those who constantly scroll through social media, who constantly watch the news, and all we see is negativity. It's hard to stay positive when this is all that's going on in the news, which is why I want to show you what I do to stay positive during the coronavirus time. I moved, for those who don't know, I moved to Philadelphia December of 2019. I quit my full time job in the pursuit of my passion in youth motivational speaking. So I moved to Philadelphia with zero professional connections. My first time moving outside of my hometown, Tampa, Florida. I was excited. I was excited to start a new chapter in my life. Everything was going well. I was meeting new people. I was networking. I was finally getting mentored, and I was getting speaking engagements lined up in the Philadelphia area. I had several lined up where I was going to speak to them March, April, and May. And then guess what? Coronavirus started to become a big deal. Speaking engagements canceled, networking events canceled. That means I'm stuck at my apartment just working from home where I'm in a profession where I thrive seeing people, where I thrive motivating people. Now I'm stuck at home not knowing what I want to do. It messed up all my plans. And finally, things are starting to pick up just a little bit. I'm getting virtual speaking engagements, but still not the same. And it was very hard for me to stay positive during these last 7 months because I thought it was going to be the best year of my life. And, the world had different plans, but it's okay. I figured out different ways to stay positive, and here they are. I'm going to go over 3 ways on how you can stay positive during the coronavirus time. Number one, call or FaceTime or video chat a loved one. We have this phone right here. And guess what? With this phone, we go on social media, message different people, comment on people's stuff. We're constantly texting our friends, constantly texting our loved ones and family members. And we lose sight of that touch that we're missing. And so now when someone's birthday is coming up, or when I just haven't talked to someone in a while, instead of texting that person, how's it going? This is what I do. I swipe up, I call their number, or I FaceTime them, and I have a 30-minute to an hour chat. And this kind of makes up for no human interaction I have with my friends or with my family members. Do not let technology take away the personal touch. That is something I feel like we're lacking right now. When you're talking to someone on the phone, it creates that intimacy, that personal connection that we lack on text. And sometimes when we text someone, we may be blunt with them and say, okay, that could be misunderstood for not caring. There's a lot of communication that's lost if you're just texting someone or keep in touch with them on social media. Second way you can stay positive during the coronavirus time is you can create a side hustle or you can learn a new skill. Right now, what we're doing is we're working from home or we're going to school. We're doing the same routine and we're not seeing people. And all that negativity mixed in and combined with being bored can drive us crazy. We need something to keep a healthy way to keep our mind off of things that is not drugs, that is not alcohol, that is not binge eating, that is not watching Netflix and playing video games all the time. We need we need to grow as individuals because as life moves on, we need to become a better version of ourselves so we can get more professional and personal opportunities so we're better equipped at making an impact on other people's lives. But that won't happen if we're just staying stagnant and doing the same thing over and over again and not developing ourselves. I've interviewed many teenage entrepreneurs, people who are 14, 15, 16, 17 years old, making six figures as a high school student or writing a book. Now you don't have to, compare yourself to those people who are making six figures and writing a book. You don't have to go that extreme if you feel like that is not your thing. But do something. Maybe learn a new language. Maybe if you only know English, learn Spanish or learn French or learn Hindi, whatever it is. Or maybe you don't know how to cook. Start learning how to cook. Cook for your family members. Cook for your friends. Maybe you want to learn and get better at public speaking. Start giving virtual presentations online and teach other people on how to do so. Start a podcast, whatever it is. When you're learning your skill or you have a side hustle, you don't forget about your problems. But what happens is now you're shifting your focus from your problems and negativity to something that's much greater than yourself, something that's helping you develop yourself as this individual. And when you put all your focus on that, you don't have time to think about what's happening in the news. You don't worry about what someone else is doing because you're now consumed with becoming a better version of yourself. And the third way to stay positive during quarantine and during this rough time is meditation. Meditation is something I started doing about a year ago. I mean, I've always meditated, but I've been really inconsistent with meditating. When I say meditation, there's going to be a lot of people who say, oh, this is my form of meditation. They go exercise or they listen to music or they play video games and they said, oh, this is my form of meditation. But that's not true meditation. Meditation is sitting in a comfortable space or laying down in something that's very quiet, closing your eyes, breathe, have deep breaths in, deep breaths out. And in the beginning, it's going to be hard. Your mind is going to wander all over the place. And maybe you can only start off with just doing 5 minutes. And that's okay. Slowly, you can work your way up 7 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Preferably, do it every day for 15 and 20 minutes. You're only going to see the benefits for it in the long run if you meditate 15 to 20 minutes every single day. And if you start your morning every single day with meditation, or you go to sleep, before you go to sleep, you do meditation, you're going to realize you're not going to have as much noise in here. And you'll be able to think clearly. And when you're going through certain problems, or maybe you have to do homework, or maybe you're trying to figure out, or maybe you're trying to concentrate for a test. When you have so much chatter in your brain, it's not really going to help. But when you decide to meditate, you're going to have a little bit more clarity in your life. And that's when you can be more productive in school, in your personal life. You can be present with hanging out with your family members. And then when you go on and pursue your side hustle, you can actually go in and go all in because you're not thinking about other things. I know these times are very tough right now, for you, your family, your friends, myself, everyone around the world is having a hard time. But my grandfather has this quote. He says, "Je hota hai, achi kelo hota hai." I think I'm saying it right or wrong. I'm not really sure, but it's translated in whatever happens, happens for a good reason, and that's always been a motto in my life. I'm a strong believer in whatever is happening to you right now is going to set you up for something greater. Steve Jobs says you cannot connect the dots looking forward; you can only connect them looking backwards. So if these bad times are not going away, the best you can do right now is control your actions and control your mindset. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. I want you to comment on this video and letting me know what has been your biggest struggle during quarantine, during this whole coronavirus pandemic. Let me know what that biggest struggle has been and what have you been doing to try to stay more positive. So go ahead, give this video a thumbs up, share this video with your friends, and until next time, peace.